what would be your views as a doctor? Do you think it's possible for us to create all of the chemicals that exist in nature, all of the medicines that exist naturally? Can we influence our physiology to a degree that allows us to make these if we learn the right processes?
Well, I definitely know that we naturally make endogenous DMT.
Yeah.
But I guess beyond that, I honestly don't know. My Western medical training is just so ingrained in the sense of like must take external thing to, and I guess if you look far enough back in the yogic literature, there's people who are just literally taking prana in through their third eye and living off this natural ambrosia. They have no need to ingest food and can just survive through either sunlight or whatever, however it is they're transmuting this
Yeah.
energy. I mean, that's so far from my personal experience of life that I would find it really hard to say. And actually, that's probably why I'm going to be doing your course this July, which I'm really excited about, and start really
Yeah.
getting into all that. But honestly, I guess we have all the natural building blocks in our bodies. So, and I saw some really interesting TED talk by an Indian doctor who was looking at breath work and certain enzymes and salivary concentrations of these enzymes post breath work. And he found like massive changes in certain concentrations of enzymes. So it looks like you're technically building things you're building from proteins in your body. So apart from the essential amino acids, probably we could create everything within our bodies.
With the power of intention.
Yeah, intention, breath work, asanas, stimulating various organs. I mean, I've never gone so deep into it that I've really experienced that myself. So I wouldn't say, but potentially.
Because like what the Ayurvedic perspective is that actually the medicines, or like if you look at SOMA as, say, it's a medicine to reaching this enlightened states, the medicines give you the natural, the ones found in nature, the plants, give you the fast track to basically experience in that state. But once you've had the memory of that state, that feeling, you can recreate it. So in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, like, which is basically a model of a lot of shamanic practices, they found that there was actually one technique called drug of choice, where you can elicit, and I've had this done to me before from one of my best friends. He's an amazing NLP master, and he trained with Rishabanda. And I've seen him do it in really funny circumstances. He did it with me with MDMA once, where just using language and kind of a little bit of breathing, but more visuals and language and getting you back into the memory of that state, you can invoke that state. And I got close. Obviously, it wasn't like a full-blown MDMA trip, but it was like I was on a little bit of MDMA. It was weird.
Yeah.
And then he did it with this Baba. They call him Psychedelic Baba in Goa because he just has taken every single psychedelic to heroic proportions. Like every time he does a dose, it's like humans should not be able to handle it. Like elephants can handle it kind of dose. And so they call him Psychedelic Baba. But he asked him, what was your favorite drug and what would you like to create? And he did it with the Baba. And the Baba wanted to create, he loved salvia for some reason. So, which is a really weird one because it's legal, right? And I've heard like from people who do salvia that is actually the most insane like trip ever, like more than anything they've ever done. Have you ever done it?
I smoked it, but I don't think I smoked enough of it because my friend was like, just be really careful when he gave it to me. Like, I think he'd gone to the moon and back and he gave it to me. I don't think he gave me quite as much as he could have. So I had a bit of a weird one, but no.
Yeah, like my friend turned into like a chess piece and he was like on this giant chess piece and talking to other people. And it was crazy, like the stories I've heard. But yeah, and it was starting to invoke in this Baba to the point where he had to stop because he was like, I can't go into a salvage trip here while I'm meditating.
Right.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, so I do believe that there is this mind over psychology.
When you think about post-traumatic stress, now we're talking about it, it's like it's a trigger, isn't it? Something triggers you, and then you go back into this visceral felt sense and state of whatever it was you experienced. So if you can do it for something so traumatic, why can't you do it for something so, not traumatic and enjoyable? And we are the placebo in so many ways and to certain degrees. So
Totally.
it's very, very, very powerful.